Lent is over, I can check my phone in the morning and see that the Brewers won last night, important things like that. But I do scroll down through like the headlines, and one was about all the cicadas that are going to be born, trillions of them, I guess, pretty soon. And it's going to make a lot of noise, and you should have some game plan so that it doesn't damage your hearing. I like the sound of a cicada, actually. It reminds me when I first went to Rome. It was really hot in the summer of 1995, and that's a sound that's just ubiquitous in those kind of climates. What you listen to and whose voice, well, these things are important. And if there's too much noise, we can't hear, and in the silence is where God speaks. We live in a noisy world. It was noisy then, and it's noisy now. And so last night we had a chance with the kids to have some adoration. It takes time to learn how to sit in silence, to sit still. Yet it's very good for us. So it just always, it's a reflection that where do I get silence? How often? How do I use it? And do I really listen for the voice of God? Now there's a mistake in the lectionary, so that's why the deacon had this little thing called the ordo, because it's just the speech. It doesn't say who's talking and to whom he's talking. Jesus spoke to Nicodemus. It's good to listen to the voice of Jesus. How did John know that this took place? Well, we don't have all that evidence. Maybe Jesus told him, maybe Nicodemus, maybe they were eavesdropping. But anyway, this speech comes down to us. Listening to Jesus, we listen to other people speak about him, but we should listen to him directly. There are lots of services that priests and deacons can use for homilies. They're all prepared, or you can listen to the way other people are going to preach. And that's not a bad thing. Different ways of seeing, listening. But God wants to speak through your heart and mine. We could cut corners and sound really educated, intelligent, but more important is sincerity. Cardinal Newman, that was one of his famous phrases, cor ad cor loquitur. Heart speaks to heart. You can tell when somebody's really authentic, and you can tell when I think they're just passing along things they've learned. The duty that we have is to listen to the voice of Jesus. That requires silence and time. And those are things that aren't easy for us. We like to talk more than listen. We're always busy. We don't have time. And yet, this is how God changes the world. Jesus spoke to Nicodemus at night. It was quiet. No cicadas, no phone, no television, just God. And he's enough for us. Always has been, always will be.